Hello everyone. Today is language testing day. My name is Patricius Juandono and today we are going to talk about how to test reading comprehension. But first of all, a few words about reading. When you see a piece of reading text, actually you have to be aware that it consists of several types of comprehension. The first one is literal. Literal is something that you can, or any information that is explicitly stated in the text. So everything that you can see in print in that text is called literal information. Yeah. And as opposed to that, there is also implicit information. Now, implicit information is not clearly stated in the text. It lies behind the words. The meaning lies behind the words. And somehow you have to infer what is the meaning behind those words. Later, I'm going to show you an example which will make it clearer the difference between literal and implicit information. And then we are going to learn how to make reading comprehension items for your test. Okay, let's dive into our PowerPoint slides. So this is the topic, testing reading comprehension. Now, let's discuss first types of comprehension. So as I said before, literal is a comprehension of information stated explicitly in the text. By explicit, I mean something that is clearly printed on the text. Yeah. So for example, I have a short text like this. The young man lives in a suburban area. He drives a Mercedes Sport to his workplace. Every weekend, he flies to Europe to enjoy his holidays. That's the text. And a question which is aimed at testing the literal comprehension goes like this. How does he go to work? Now, in order to answer this question, your students or the readers only need to locate the information, the appropriate information or the correct information from the text. And then they can easily see that the answer is this one. He drives a Mercedes Sport to his workplace. It is clearly, explicitly stated in the text. And so the answer would be, he drives a Mercedes Sport. And that's the answer to this literal question. Okay, again, this is literal because it asks about a specific piece of information which is explicitly stated in the text. It's quite easy. Okay, now let's go to the next one. Inferential, as opposed to literal, is a comprehension of information not stated explicitly in the text. Okay, not stated explicitly in the text. Therefore, it is implicit because it's not stated explicitly in the text. Yeah. Let's go to the example. The same text again. The young man lives in a suburban area. He drives a Mercedes Sport to his workplace. Every weekend, he flies to Europe to enjoy his holidays. Now, an inferential question, that is a question which is aimed at measuring the inferential ability of the test takers, goes like this. What type of man is he in terms of social status? What type of man is he in terms of social status? Yeah, now this is an inferential question because in order to be able to answer this question, the readers cannot just pick up explicit information here. They have to infer, they have to make some kind of conclusion. Once they read the text, they have to infer hidden meaning there, the meaning behind those words. Yeah, and a very skilled reader or a very skilled student would be able to infer that from these sentences, the young man lives in a suburban area, and judging from the type of car that he drives every day, and also seeing that he flies to Europe to enjoy his holidays, which is very pricey, very expensive habit, you know. So based on those sentences, a skilled reader can infer the right answer. And the right answer is, he is a rich man from upper class. He is a rich man from upper class. Please notice that the word rich man from upper class is not here. It is not stated explicitly. You cannot find any words or any sentence which reads rich man from upper class. You have to infer it. Your students or the test takers have to infer that. Yeah. Okay, so that's inferential question. A question which is aimed at the ability to see the meanings behind the explicit words. The ability to infer what is stated implicitly in the text. Okay, yes. And then there's another level of comprehension, which is called evaluative. Evaluative is a comprehension or judgment about the tone of the text, or whether it is true or false or hoax, or whether the language being used is appropriate or not. Yeah, so it's kind of judgment. It's a kind of evaluation toward the text. When you practice or when you exercise evaluative comprehension, you will judge the text. You will say like, is this true or just hoax? Is the language appropriate or not? Is the information accurate or not? Things like that. That's evaluative comprehension. Yeah. Now let's go to the example. For example, now let's a piece of different text. Indonesia is a very religious country with 100% of the population being God-fearing persons. Yet this country is also one of the most corrupt in the world. This is simply amazing. That's the text. Yeah. And you can have an evaluative question that goes, what is the tone of the writing? Now, when you read the text, you can see when you reach the end of the text, you will feel that the tone is a bit cynical. It's a bit cynical because there is a word amazing here. The writer uses the word amazing for a fact which is actually disgusting, right? Okay, so that's evaluative. You can have a different kinds of evaluative questions like, what is the tone of the writing? What is the tone of the text? Is the language style appropriate or not for the readers? Yeah. Is the information accurate or not quite accurate? Things like that. That's evaluative question. Okay, so we have three types of questions. One is literal, second is inferential, third is evaluative. Literal asks about something explicitly stated in the text. Inferential asks about something that is not stated explicitly in the text, something that lies behind those words. And evaluative means the ability to judge or evaluate a piece of text. Okay. Now, there is a simple task for you. Have a look at the screen. It's a short text. Yeah, you can pause the video up to here. And then you can have a go at making one literal question and one inferential question. Try. Okay, so that's it, our topic today. I hope you have learned something from this.